I overcame physical abuse too. I never experienced violence from my parents when I was a kid. This made me live in a bubble and think that life shouldn't be violent. I was wrong. When I was 17 years old, I fell in love for the first time. And it's important to note that what we think as love and liking someone are not the same. I fell in love with the illusion I had built in my head, hoping to fill the emptiness within me. Teenage years are a period of discovery, and I was experiencing too many changes in my life. At the same time, I was understanding my sexuality and my preferences. The first time my partner hit me in the face was because I asked her to stop intoxicating herself with alcohol and drugs. That blow, that act of aggression left a mark on my physical body, but a much deeper one in my soul. This relationship triggered a series of toxic relationships based entirely on physical abuse. I became a very violent person who couldn't solve anything through conversation. I felt that life had taken something away from me and someone had to pay for it. It said that we are victims of victims. But today, I would like to change the context of this. If my soul had an agreement with these people and maybe we had a karma to work through and eventually release it, what did I learn from all these life teachers? I learned that life wouldn't always be peace and love, that I will also experience aggression, violence, the completely opposite. I experience polarity in its fullest expression. However, it doesn't always have to be that way. Several years after that, I started having more mature relationships where I regained this respect and love for myself. I realized that the abuse I had experienced, it was just part of something much bigger. It did not define who I was. I learned to separate my identity from those violent actions of wounded people, including myself. Look, warrior, true love is not based on fear or violence. It's always necessary to establish healthy boundaries in all of our relationships, even in the relationship with ourselves, which in my opinion is the most important of all. The path to healing was not easy, but I hold on to my inner strength and determination to build a completely different reality. I learned to break free from the cycle of aggression and victimization. I understood that violence is a manifestation of trauma and internal imbalances. Today, I want you to know that nothing you have experienced so far is accidental. If you have been a victim of physical abuse, you need to know something very important. You are not defined by the violence of your past. If you have survived and found the strength to heal, it means you are greater than your wounds. You are not alone. You are capable of rebuilding your story. This comes from someone who has been in your place, if that's the case. Remember that loving and respecting yourself is the most important thing. When you do, you radiate powerful and authentic energy. This energy comes from the inside to the outside, to the external world, and that generates a whole different energetical field, an authentic connection, not only with yourself, but with other human beings. We deserve love and respect. It's up to us to break the cycle and embrace our inner power. I am Chris War, and I thank you for coming this far. If this video has helped you use me as a mirror, I invite you to please subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell. The re-evolution is now. Forza, warrior!